Give it a minute. Okay, so we are live. So people are going to see what you're doing right now on the computer. Let me boot up over here and I will show you. Let's see, we'll be on here in just a minute. It takes just a minute later. Look at us. There we are on the computer and it'll take a minute. So hello. Hello, you are Creating with Colleen. My name is Colleen Magness and I am an independent demonstrator here in Chesapeake, Virginia. And I come to you every Wednesday at noon, most of the time at noon. Today it was 1 o'clock, to create with you. So pretty much I'll show you what to do. I may teach you what not to do, but I promise to teach you something. So today, this is my granddaughter, Tyler Jo. And say hi to everybody. Look over here. Say hi.
Hi.
And normally, as I said, I come to you at noon. But Tyler had a Christmas party today. She was in a program.
And I saw Oma and Mimi and Everett and Mommy.
That's right. We all went to go see her sing today. And so that's why I couldn't come to you at noon. But I think that's what I love the most with the job that I do with Stampin' Up! Is I have this fantastic boss. She always understands when I need to take off or when I need to reschedule. And when I told her today I wanted to go to my granddaughter's program, she said, absolutely, girl. You just do what you have to do. So here we are, an hour later, but I have some fun cards to share with you. I love my country. I know I am blessed to live in America, and I love when I can do a patriotic card. So today I will be showing you how to do a patriotic Christmas card and a thank you card. And hopefully not catch Tyler Jo's cold in the meantime, huh? So what songs did you sing today?
We wish you a Merry Christmas and Jingle Bells
This Little Light?
Yeah.
This Little Light of Mine. Where's your light? Hold your light up. Okay, well with no further ado, I am going to attempt to put my phone in the stand. Typically I have it all set up coming down, but today we just wanted to have fun. So if you want to go sit and draw on the other side of the table, then I am going to show them how to make these cards. Look, see this? She just popped up. Lily just popped up. Say hi, Lily.
Hi.
Lily is a sweet girl. She is amazing. She's in college.
I have a kid friend named Lily.
Oh, Lily is a sweetheart. All the good people must be named Lily, huh? Okay. Well, Lily, we're going to get started. So go back over to the other side of the table, and I'll see if I can't...
Can you please give me that rose pen?
The rose pen, yes. Here. Come on this side. Here, let me get it. Here you go. Okay. So, Lily, hold on. And I am going to show you these cards while Tyler Jo plays on the other side of the table. Okay, so with these cards, again, I love my country. I love living in America. I know how blessed I am. And when I see a stamp that has long words or any kind of a long image in it, I think of the American flag. And so that's what I want to show you today. And the measurements are really simple. I really didn't even write them down much. So I am going to show you, very simple, the simplest of all of them. This one here, Much Gratitude, and then I will show you how to do the Merry Christmas one. First, let me introduce you to the products I'm using. This is called Heartfelt Wishes, and again, when I saw these words in here, I knew I could make an American flag. So you have Merry Christmas, Happiest Holidays, Much Gratitude, and then Sending Love. And I bought this set specifically for that. So this is in the July through December holiday catalog, our mini catalog, but this is retiring and available only while supplies last. So you can purchase this now. It should still be available, fingers crossed, but after January 3rd or until supplies last, it will not be available. So don't delay. The other that I am using is called Snowflake Wishes. So now Snowflake Wishes was a stamp set that carried over into our holiday catalog. And I've always loved this set that goes with it. And it does have some snowflake dies, but I'm actually going to use some different dies with it because I had needed some stars. But this is what I will be stamping with. It does come with dies, and this is also retiring out of the July through December mini catalog. Next, I have the Stitched Stars dies. Now, this is in our annual catalog, so this will be available at least through May. But if you need a set of dies with the stars, this is fantastic. With the Stitched Stars, it is $38, but you have 23 amazing dies. And this here is probably my favorite. I'll show you that one. But to me, there's just so much you can do with this. And then you can even take the stars and put different colors back in because it actually cuts those stars too. But this is just a quick little sneak peek. Oops, should have just pulled this one. Of all the dies that are in here. I can tell you how to spell after the video, okay? Okay? I won't be long, I promise. So here you have all the layered stitch dies. You have these, which are gorgeous, and this is what I'm using on my card. And then I have the swirl. So again, this is in the annual catalog, but these are the products that I'm using today. So very simple for your card. You just need a piece of 4 1/4 by 11. Tyler, they can hear you. Shh. 4 1/4. I told you today was experimental. 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. So that just simply gets folded in half. So out of every 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of cardstock, you're going to get 2 cards. Then I'm just going to have a piece of 2 by 4 1/4 piece of Night of Navy. Aw, Lily said you're a sweet girl. She on Facebook, she said you're a sweet girl. Hello, Tracy. She is a sweet girl. Tyler, Joe, and her family moved in with us in October, and we were just discussing who's going to have more withdrawals whenever they move out, whether it would be Tyler or myself. And I really think it's going to be both, because she is my little right hand man. Right, little girl? Yes, she is. Okay, so when I have these two, again, I'm going to show you the Much Gratitude card first. First, what I'll do is I am going to stamp the stars in a craft white ink. And I love stamping with our craft white ink because you can stamp on any single color of cardstock and it's going to come out great. Now, it is a craft ink where our other inks are a classic. So this is a pigment ink, and our regular stamps, like the classic stamp pad, Night of Navy, or all our other colors, that is a water base. So it's going to take this just a minute or so to dry. So that's why I'm going to stamp it first. So I am just going to put some snowflakes in here. And whenever I stamp, I kind of like to get off the edges. It just gives you that kind of a wallpaper look. So I have my larger snowflakes there, and then I'm going to come in with some smaller ones. So let me see here. Then I'll come over here. I always, whenever I'm going smaller to larger, I always stamp my large image first, because then I can kind of work around that. See what I'm doing? Someone will say, well, are we going to stamp after we do our video? Good, good. Okay, so I've done the stars here. I'm going to let this dry for just a second. Let me show you how I do the words and get them so evenly spaced. So we have a Stamparatus, and it really is the best on the market. I wouldn't tell you that if I didn't believe it, because it actually has 2 plates. We have one at the top, so you can come this way. I have this at the bottom, on the side. But what's wonderful is that these can be taken out. So what I've done is I have my stamp where it needs to be, and I'm going to stamp it each time and just move it down. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. So first of all, when I wanted to position this, I took my piece of folded, very vanilla, and I have my folded part on the left, and I just lined it up with this line here. Now I did this in a class yesterday, and I put a piece of washi tape so they knew which line to get to. When I put my stamp on here, what I had done was I put the word on my paper. So I put the Much Gratitude here, and then when I closed my plate, it stuck exactly where I wanted it to. Now what you have to be most careful when you're doing this is you do not want to put a lot of ink on the edge. Absolutely everything in stamping with a light hand is best. Whether you're stamping in your ink pads, pushing on your paper, you want a nice light hand. Heavy-handed is tough. So what I'm going to do, very lightly, I'm just going to ink my words, and then I'm going to close this. And when I push in the middle. These lines on the side are so fine. If you try pushing on those sides and you have ink on the edge, you're going to get ink on your paper. Little tap in the middle, and it's going to come out just fine. So then I'm going to pick it up, move it down one, and do the same. Lightly with my cherry cobbler ink, a little bit in the middle. There we go. Pick it up. I'm going to do the same. And I really am thankful for the men and women and families who do serve our country. It is not an easy task moving from town to town, having everything break down when your spouse is out of town. I appreciate the sacrifices that you all make. So here I have the much gratitude all the way down. Saw just how easy that is. And then I will move my magnet and take this out. So now what I'll do is, for this piece here, I'm going to tear an edge because I didn't want, I could put it on here if you like things that symmetrical, but I think that's really a hard edge there. So what I'm going to do is I'll tear it. Now, if you tear up like this, you're going to get a nice feathered edge. If I was to tear down, I don't want to show you on this, I'll mess it up, but it's going to be a very sharp edge. It's going to look like that, just curvy. So I like to give a feathered edge and something not even at all. And I just kind of pull it off. And I can either leave that as such, like that. So I can either, I tore too much. Okay. Just work with me here, just work with me. All right, let me show you how I'm going to fix that real quick. It's the beauty of being in the stamp room. I told you I'll teach you what to do. Might teach you what not to do, but I will teach you something. Hold that thought. Okay, so one of the nice things about Stampin' Up! Is in our 48 ink colors, we also have markers. The many marvelous markers. And these are great to save you at times like this. So I have a thin side like this, and then I have a broad end. Not sure which end I want to use, but all I'm going to do, since I have this here, I'm just going to extend those lines. Why not? So I'm just going to put it here, and you'll never know. Let me use my other end. And again, light hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as I have those, next time just rip off just a little bit. But then you can see how the lines go underneath. Okay. So with this, I am going to take my adhesive. And actually, I think I want to put a little bit of white here also. So I have a blending brush that I use just for my craft white pad. I keep it in a little Ziploc baggie. I'm just going to put this here and just sponge my edges. And I think that kind of gives it a little bit more of a wintry, wispy look right in there. All right. So now I can take this and put this on the left. And there's my American flag. Little tape on there. And then just for my accents, I'm going to take some of the rhinestones. And for the big snowflakes, I'm going to take a large rhinestone. I love that they come in different sizes. And I actually don't know that I'd even put one there because you really don't see the center, but let's see. You can always use extra bling. So let me do that. I will put that there. Let me try if I want one here. Totally optional. Yeah, I'm going to do it anyways. So that, if you wanted to make a lot of these for any kind of service members, family members, or service project, you would have like that. Now for the center, I told you I was going to use the Thanks Snow Much stamp set. And they have words in there that I just love, because this was not just a Christmas set. It's a snowflake set, but you have Thanks Snow Much. Our friendship is one of a kind. You do have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Nice set with a lot of different options. That's the Snowflake Wishes. So with that, I'm going to take Cherry Cobbler. I'm going to keep with the Cherry Cobbler with the words from the front. Got my little thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. Right, Tyler Joe?
Yeah.
And then I have some smaller snowflakes. And with those, I can just stamp them in my Night of Navy. So here, I'm going to do 1 generation, 2 generation. I can huff that. Just breathed on it. Put a little bit, each time a little bit of the ink came off. So it was great because you went from dark to medium to light. And up top, you never know how carried away you get. I'll put 1, 2, 3. So here I have my snowflakes. So again, just a great card, simple card for your patriotic friends, your military family. Again, I don't think we can ever thank them enough for what they do. So that is much gratitude. Another option you could do, again, this was just stamped with craft white and the rhinestones. You can also take, we have a great ribbon that's in our annual catalog called Fine Art Ribbon, and it is like a gold stitched. Very, very pretty. And then I just took one of the larger stars from the dies, put it on with some dimensionals, put a little ribbon of hope there, and kind of did the same card. So 2 different options there. So moving on, let's go ahead and make the Merry Christmas card, and I'll tell you what I did over here. So once again, we are just going to take that 4 1/4 by 11, very vanilla, 2 by 4 1/4 Night of Navy. I'll fold that in half, give a nice crease. Then I am going to take my Stamparatus, and I just have the Merry Christmas up here. So here, kind of the same thing. Make sure you have the open end to the right. Put it all the way flush at the top and put it on this line. So you're going to take your magnet. They are heavy, heavy duty. I love them. And you're going to put this here and do just like we did. We're going to take the Cherry Cobbler. And don't do that. That's got white craft ink on it. So I'm going to take the first one, Merry Christmas, and again, push only in the middle. And when I was doing this, if you were wondering how I could get them so even, I just took a piece of copy paper, and that's what I practiced on first. And then I knew whether to kind of raise it or lower it, but it really was very easy to do. And again, when you put it down, don't push real hard on the plate either. Woo, I didn't move it. And the nice thing is too, say if you stamped this and you missed a part or it wasn't dark enough, you can always go right back over it because it's in the exact same place. Again, I think it is the best positioning tool on the market. So here I have my Merry Christmas. I'm just going to pull this off. Tyler Joe, I'm going to set this here, baby. Okay. So there I have the outside of my card. Now, what I did on this one for the side, I did it a little bit different. I really wanted to showcase the stars. So when I first did my stars, I took one of the large ones. These are from the dies, and I didn't have a chance to push all the little pieces out, so make sure you have them all pushed out. It cuts really, really easy. Again, great dies. So I have a larger star. Then I have one of the smaller ones right here. And then another smaller one. But what I liked about this shape of the star was that they were all the same style, but they were different sizes. Even down to, this was really cute, these little gold ones, which I'm going to keep in the container till I need them, because otherwise I'll never find them. So what I'll do here, I had that sticky side, I'll do it on this side. Whenever I try to glue something this thin down, I like to use the Tombow liquid glue. Call it my green glue. It's great because it is tacky. You really don't have to use a lot of it. And again, that light hand I was telling you about. So just the smallest of dots on each of those. And you can even hit some of these on the inside. But that little bit is really going to hold it down. Then I can turn this over. And so I'm just going to put this on the side here. I'll show you how I trim it up. And a lot of times, whoops, put that back there. A lot of times if you have the paper like this, and as you can see the glue, that glue, if you leave it, will kind of dry. But if you take a damp paper towel and just dab that, you're not going to see that glue. It's almost like it's wiping the glue up. And your paper will be dark for a little bit. But you'll have that. Okay, so now that I did that, boy, I need to come back on noon. I do a whole lot better at noon. Scrap this because I didn't show you what I did to the Night of Navy first. When I put my, told you, teach you what to do, not what to do. Everybody else does these videos and you think they're perfect. Not always. Definitely not with mine. You know, but that's just the way it is. Because you may find yourself doing the same thing. The reason I wanted to back up was because when I put the cherry cobbler on the Night of Navy, it was too flat. I just felt like it needed something. So I went back to that craft white ink and I just put my blending brush and I just put some white on here. And I didn't want it really smooth. I kind of wanted some swirls in there. And then keep in mind too that with this ink, it will dry a little more opaque. So now that I have done that, I think my stars pop out a whole lot better. Okay, so fast forward to where we were. Put your cherry cobbler stars on here. So I have one here. And then just take yourself a piece of paper, rub it so you don't get your fingers. And again, if you see any glue, just dab it with a damp cloth. And this also works great when you're using foil. If you use a gold foil paper and you get the Tombow liquid glue on there, it leaves like a smear. It's not pretty and glossy anymore. But if you just take that damp paper towel and wipe it up really quick, then it's awesome. Alrighty, so I'm going to take this one. Let's put it over here. Again, take my paper. Because if you have glue on your fingers, like I did the first time, it's going to stick to your fingers. And that's no fun. And then I'll take this. So that's one of the large stars, and then I have two of the medium stars. Put those on. So y'all are getting the long version of a video because normally I'm done in like 20 minutes max because I have to go eat. I actually had lunch before we started stamping, so now I'm just having fun. Then take your smaller stars, again, more in the middle. Boom, 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 boom.
And we already ate.
You already ate. I already ate too. It was good.
Ate at a restaurant.
You ate at a restaurant?
Yes. They had no French fries though.
No French fries at a restaurant? Are you kidding me? What restaurant was that?
French fries really bad.
I guess you did want French fries really bad. I don't know if I'd go back to that restaurant. That's crazy.
The other one we went to before.
Okay. Tyler Joe is, I don't know if you can hear her. She's telling me they had no French fries at her restaurant. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, for a 5-year-old, that's devastating. Okay, so I have my gold stars here. Okay, And that looks a little empty. So I am just going to have fun and put one more there. Okay. We'll put that down. Now the difference on this, the reason I made these 2 inches on each time is because the first one, you're just supposed to tear just a very small edge. Like so here. So you would tear your small edge. For this one, when I take the Merry Christmas and I put it on here, you're too close to this. But I like it to look, it almost looks like a wallpaper edge when it goes all the way to the edge. It looks more natural than having everything stuck in the middle. So what I'm going to do is for the top here, I'm just going to snip that. And then I'm going to take this 2-inch piece and I am going to cut it down to 1 3/4. This is my old, oh my goodness, I love this cutter. Stampin' Up! Had this years ago, and I'm telling you, it's just the best cutter there was. I love my slide one, but this is what I do the majority of my cutting with. So then here I'll take 1 3/4, and I'll cut that off. And then I have my piece, which will fit this a little bit better. So then when I put this on here on the edge, you can see it's more even. So here, get over there. I will take this, I'll put it on my edge. I like to turn it over and rub it. And again, you can see how that would be just flat on flat. But since you use the white craft ink in the brush, it's definitely just a little bit softer. It almost reminds me of clouds behind there. So now I will take the rhinestones again. I'm going to put one here, go to say a medium size, one here, and one here. And if you want, you can also come in and take your Wink of Stella and even go over some of those cherry cobbler stars. But that is how easy it is to make some fun patriotic cards. So there you go. Now on the Christmas one, okay, so for this one, again, the Much Gratitude, we actually stamped, where did that one go? Here we go. We stamped this was my original one, the Night of Navy Snowflake with the Thanks So Much. But on the Christmas one, you have the May Your Season Sparkle. And then there again, I can come in and take that Night of Navy, stamp, stamp, and then one up here. How's that? We'll do a little bit less on here. There you go. So there in a nutshell, you have some nice little cards. And again, quick and easy. If you wanted to do this as a service project, it would be very, very easy. But again, it's just a way of saying thank you for all that our military people do. And again, just know you are much, much appreciated. So if you would like to order any of the products that I showed you today, you can go to my blog at creatingwithcolleen.com. You can shop 24/7 whenever you have time. And I would ask that you would use host code. It's right here. VUN3SKMU. Okay, can you see that? VUN3SKMU. There you go. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for being patient and letting me be an hour later so I can enjoy some of the festivities of the holidays. I'm going to go give this little one a little, you want some cough medicine? Oh, I see a little nap for Oma and Tyler Joe in our future. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I will come to you next Wednesday and probably show you some new product because we have a new catalog and celebration starting on January 4th, and that will be here before you know it. So if you'd like to see any of my other videos, please go to Creating with Colleen Magness on my YouTube channel, and you can subscribe there. And most of all, if there's ever anything I could do to help you create, please let me know. So thanks so much. May God bless you all. And I hope you do something creative today. Take care now. Bye-bye.